We know the type of world that we live in, so as a result, we have to make adjustments. We have to take precautions that are necessary to keep us safe. Yo, what's up guys? It's Mighel Akando. We back again for another video. Today I wanted to give you a few safety tips so that when you walk outside, you ain't got to worry about nobody trying nothing crazy with your ass or anything like that. So, number one, and I'm not sure how many of these I'm going to do. I'm just going to go off the top of the head. But number one, numero uno, walking outside in some headphones. That's a fucking no-no. What are you doing? What are you doing? If you're gonna walk outside with some headphones on, you need to do it like Lil Wayne. You need to have one headphone on, one headphone off and shit, you know? Whichever ear is your more dominant ear, that's the ear that you ideally want to not have the headphone on. Look, you don't want to walk outside with both your headphones on. I mean, this is something that I used to do all the time when I was younger. I would have to walk places most of the time. The journey would just be a lot more enjoyable listening to music. And I agree. I still look back on those times and I still have some pretty nice memories thinking about it. But in hindsight, a lot of shit could have gone wrong for me, especially because I grew up looking older than what I actually were. But yeah, that's something that you have to remember. You can't just walk outside and headphones on because people will try to finesse you. People will walk up behind you and pop your shit, bro. And then steal any money you got on you, your phone, your weed, whatever the fuck they find to be valuable, bro. If they don't do that, it's other shit that they can do. You know what I mean? So avoid that situation completely by just leaving one headphone off or out. It depends on what type of headphones that you use. I mean, it's something simple, but it can help you out a lot, you know? Long story short, the dude got out the car and tried to rob me and shit, threatened me with a gun and all that, and I had my headphones on and shit, you know? So it really caught me off guard, but my instincts are pretty fucking good. I pushed them the fuck off me. I'm one of the fortunate ones that was able to walk away from a situation where somebody tried to rob me and I walked away without a scratch on me. So gratitude to the Most High, gratitude to the angels, my ancestors that watch over me. But that could have been prevented if I didn't have headphones on and wasn't distracted to begin with. So when you are outside, you want to keep your head on a fucking swivel. Look, one thing I noticed, this is a little, don't tell everybody. One thing I noticed though, that if you pay attention to everybody that walks up in a spot, if you let them know that you see their ass, they are far less likely to try anything with you. Far less likely. When you avoid eye contact, when you avoid looking at people, that's when they target you, bro. That's when, bro, you can't be afraid. You gotta look at, bro, you gotta let them know that you see them. Let them know that you saw them, see you, see them. That's how that shit gotta go, bro. You can't be afraid to show that you looking at somebody, bro. You give them one good look, one clear look to let them know that you see their ass. And then you look away. You don't stare. If you stare, that's gonna cause other problems and shit, bro. You don't wanna be staring at no dude because he's gonna look at you like you crazy. Cause if you staring at me, who the fuck you? I'm not afraid to stare back at somebody, you know? And if you dealing with guys out here in the streets, you never know who you fucking dealing with. Pookie and Ray Ray, all the motherfuckers, bro. My point is, like, when you out in public, you have to pay attention to your surroundings. You can't be afraid to look around and let people know that you just saw them. You really can't. Because those are the people who get targeted. Those are the motherfuckers, bro. Like, most of the time, if they see that you are aware of their presence, they are not even gonna try some shit, bro. And if they do, that's why you have to be a masculine guy. That's why you have to know aggression. That's why you have to know how to fight. You got to know how to protect yourself and other people. And you got to be level-headed because you can't be the type of dude that will make a situation an issue out of nowhere, you know? You walk away from situations that you can walk away from and you fight in situations that you can't walk away from. But if you can walk away and live another day, do that. That's the smartest thing that you can do. But you can deter these people by just being aware of their presence. And that's something big that a lot of people don't realize. And it's not just somebody trying to run up on you and steal your phone from you while you're taking pictures or anything like that. Sometimes it's just a car that's out of control, that's just going on the wrong side of traffic. So if you can prevent any type of crazy incident or a tragic accident from happening, do everything in your power too. The next one is walking outside with flip-flops on. Flip-flops, sandals, what you call those ugly ass shoes, Crocs. Going outside with any of those is a no-no. It's a no-no. I wouldn't even recommend women do this, and not because I think they're ugly, but just because of the safety issue that they pose. But if you're a guy, definitely, this is something that you don't want to do. The reason for this is that you don't get as much traction when you're trying to take off running. If let's say if somebody needs your strength for some purpose and you trying to get some traction on the ground so that you can get your footing right so that you can lift this thing properly and use all your strength, you can't do that in the wrong type of shoes. Let's say hypothetically that some shit did pop off, right? If you had the choice, if your creator came down in between and just paused everyone and said, select your shoes, what shoes are you going to pick? Are you going to pick the sandals or the house shoes or the Crocs? Or are you going to choose some type of boots or something? I mean, just think about that for a second. You never know when somebody is going to try to catch you off guard. Do you really want to be caught off guard with some house shoes or some sandals on or some Crocs? I wouldn't personally. So I avoid wearing house shoes, sandals. I got all the sandals right now, bro. But I'm in the house. If I'm stepping outside, I'm not putting on any type of sandals whatsoever. That shit is crazy, bro. It's crazy. I mean, think about it. What if somebody's in a life or death situation and they're like, we need your help. You're the only one around. The cops won't get here in time. We need your help. Look, we need you to lift this. And then you trying to lift the shit and you sliding back. You keep sliding back, Think about that. Like, you don't want no situation like that. You never know what type of situation you'll be in. Like I said, like less than I think a month ago, I was in an accident. We was just chilling. We was waiting to fucking make that turn. This dude hit us from the back out of nowhere. His car completely flipped over. What type of shit is that, bro? That's some Grey's Anatomy over dramatic type shit. You know what I mean? But that's life for you. The fuck out of my sight, motherfucker. But that's life for you. You never know what the fuck is going to happen in any type of situation. So, just get you a nice pair of some boots or some Converse or something with some nice traction to it, And then let those be like your go-to shoes. Next one on the list. Our parents told us this growing up. They told us this so many times. And I know for a fact that they told you this. I know for a fact they told all of us this. Stranger danger. Yep, we bringing that one back. Because apparently, motherfuckers then got loose and wild with it within the years and shit. Yeah, no. I think it's crazy how many people still actually just hop into cars with strangers, people that they don't know, that they just met that night or maybe minutes before. Or the amount of people that will go over to somebody's house that they don't know before. Like, bro, you should be FaceTiming before you even go to that person's house. You should be getting to know them pretty fucking well. Your location should be on when you going out and shit. Like, come on. Come on, bro. How long ago was it when that Jeff Dunham documentary came out on Netflix? Was that maybe a year now? Because it was like, I remember it was like summertime when it came out. Anyway, my point is, if we look back at that series, like, it's crazy. Why didn't they think that something was off? But I mean, if you look at modern day times, what's the equivalent to that shit? Match. That's match for some weed. That's match blunts and all that shit, you know? You matching with people that you don't know. That's stranger danger. That shit is wild, bro. I don't match with people I don't know. Fuck them. I got enough fucking weed. I got enough fucking money for myself to get enough weed, bro. And if you don't have enough money to get enough weed for a blunt, get your ass a bowl. Get your ass a pipe or some shit, bro. So that you can hit that shit just naturally, bro. That shit hit harder anyway than a blunt. So it's crazy. Like, we'll look back at these old shows and be like, yo, why didn't they see that something was up? And then in reality, do we actually see when stuff is up today? I don't know. I don't think so. So the next one is never. And I just saw something on Instagram with a girl. She was talking about she was working at like Home Depot or something like that. And I don't know the full story, but I guess they thought that she was a pretty looking girl. And so a lot of fucking simps and incels and blue pill motherfuckers and female simps and femcels and all that shit apparently was like showing up at her job. And I don't know the full story, but apparently they made it a very uncomfortable environment for her working at her job. And I mean, those motherfuckers, they obviously aren't right in the head. People who do stuff like that obviously aren't right in the head, you know? But if we live in a world when we know that people rob houses, are you going to leave your door just wide open to make it easier on those motherfuckers? I mean, we know the type of world that we live in. So as a result, we have to make adjustments. We have to take precautions that are necessary to keep us safe. You know, and that's not me blaming her, anything like that, but there's a reality is going to set in, whether you want to ignore it or not. The only thing that ignoring reality is going to get you is what comes with you ignoring reality. You know what I mean? And the thing is, when you have some type of social media presence, there are certain things that you just don't have the luxury of doing anymore. And that's the reality of it. With social media, with the spotlight, with fame comes its own cons in itself. And that's that a lot of people will overstep the boundaries and your privacy and all that. And that's why I go out of my way to make sure that I don't do certain things. Like, if you see me posting my uniform for either one of my jobs, you're not seeing that fucking logo. And even if you can't still tell what job I work at just based on what the uniform looks like without the logo, I'm not posting my fucking location. I don't post locations. In fact, if you look at my Facebook, that shit still say that I live in a city that I don't actually live in. I'm not posting. I'm not giving anybody no type of information about me, where I'm at, where I go to. I'm not, bro, fuck that. Fuck that, okay? I'm not doing it. You know, the thing is, what a lot of people don't realize is that even when you are a kind-hearted person, even when you have a calmly motherfucking soul, and all you do is give people tips on how to better their life and all that, you are still going to offend people on the internet. That's the reality of this world. You are still going to offend someone. You're still going to have somebody out there in the world who is crying angry just because you have made it further than they have in life. That's the reality that we live in. So you have to accept that reality. You can't live in a completely different reality and then not knowing how the rules of this reality go down. Like, I know I always say, like, as a spiritual person, I feel like I be leaving the dimension all the time. But that doesn't change the fact that when I come back down to this reality, that I understand how this reality works. That I understand that not everybody is all sunshine and rainbows and want the best for you and want to better themselves and become the best versions of themselves possible. I understand that. So that's something that you're going to have to accept. I don't post locations of places that I'm going out to eat. Not until I get home. Fuck that. No, no, no. Mm-mm. I've seen that shit go south way too many times. And even if you don't have nobody stalking you that would want to rob you or some shit like that, what if it's like a crazy ex or somebody that you try to give a shot and they turn out to be crazy, and then you posting that you at this place, I don't know, fucking Red Lobster or Olive Garden, some shit, and you with your new flame or whatnot, and then that person just shows up. Like you want that shit to happen. So avoid posting your location of any place you live. In fact, I would take it a step further and probably put a fake city that you never even lived in and shit. Don't post the location of your job. Don't even post where you work. Don't give anybody any type of information that will make it easier for them to find you, because you never know what type of people that you're dealing with. And I know this because one day I was just out, I forget where I was at, but a group of people just approached me and they like, yo, you that dude from TikTok. And I'm like, oh shit. You know, like, I'm like, is this gonna be like a good interaction, or am I gonna have to fuck some shit up? Even though I get a lot of love on TikTok, there's still people who I anger on TikTok just being myself. Like, I remember one time I posted some shit about the benefits of a plant-based diet, and I had a big ass Hulk type dude, like 40 something, maybe 50 some years old, get so angry at me just talking about this shit that he came onto my page commenting negative shit, you know? And I'm just looking like, what the fuck? Like, I enraged you this much that you went out of your way just to comment on my page and say some shit that was just negative. And you know, it won't just be him, and it wasn't just him. I mean, I've seen motherfuckers dislike fucking food videos, bro. It's some haters out here, man. So you just have to remember that. Like, you can't just post where you at. You can't just do whatever you want when you have social media clout. Now, can, like, I don't know, like your fucking manager do some shit like that? Your 52-year-old manager do something like that? Probably. They probably have that luxury of being able to post whatever they at and all that, and nothing happens. But if you have any type of social media presence, if you're in the spotlight in any type of way, you don't really get that luxury anymore, you know? And you just have to look out for your own self, and you have to remember everything that you work for up until this point. It's not worth it, you know? It's not. You can, if you want to post that location and show people that you out of the country or out of the state or some shit, do that after you about to go home or some shit, you know? Do that when you at home or something from the vacation. Don't, come on, it's just not worth it, yo. It's not worth it. Also, why do y'all still walk outside with flashy fucking chains on and all that? That's literally begging people to try to rob you, bro. And I get it. You a gangster. You about that life. You know, you want that, bro, but it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Who the fuck wants to always have to look over their shoulder all the time? Who wants that life, bro? Nobody. Nobody fucking wants that life. So I don't understand it. It's not worth it, bro. It's not worth it. You see me, this the most fucking jewelry you'll see me out. I mean, you'll see my earrings and all that too, but I'm not buying no fucking $500,000 necklace and walking around with that shit, bro. If I'm buying that shit is about to be an investment, bro. I'm keeping that shit up. I'm putting it up. You're not gonna really see me wear it. You might see me wear it around the house, but even though that's not really my style though. But a lot of these people be out here, y'all be, man, putting on the front, just trying to stunt and shit, and it's just not worth it, man. They really be trying to target, especially if you melanated. Oh, fuck, bro. If you melanated, man, you really got to be on your shit when it comes to all this stuff, because a lot of our people don't want to see us succeed, unfortunately. I mean, it is what it is, but those are just a few tips that I have that you can use to help save your life, to help avoid putting you in dangerous situations and all that. If I come up with any more, I will put it out. But until next time, see ya. Salud.